one person, well, I can say one person. It's a group of people that I tip my hat off to them boys. Like all I know for a fact, all of them boys work a 9 to 5 job, but they all manage to sit back and build their shit. You know what I'm saying?
Did we lose him?
I
Did we
think
lose him?
lost him. But anyways, if he get back on, I'll just add him back. But bruh, Team Carnage, especially Trap, uh, Stead, especially Dez, these men work 9 to 5 jobs and still put the work in to get their car to where it need to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not no, it's not no, it's not a,
Yeah, I'm back.
you know, I hear people throw the word sponsor around all the time, bro. A lot of people ain't got sponsors. A lot of people got junkyard bills that'll
Yeah,
run out
but
for
the
life.
thing
You know what I'm
is,
saying?
man,
And that's
I want to talk about that, man. I want to talk about that because we got people out here, man, that's hating on me having a sponsor.
Yeah.
right.
You know what I'm saying? How the hell can you hate on somebody? You know what, man? The sponsor ain't just get up one day and be like, "Oh, that's a nice looking fella right there. I think I'm gonna just help him out and give him a motor." You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna give him some suspension parts. Or
Right.
no, man, like man, we help each other. So if a sponsor come to you, it's because you providing something for them, and they providing something for you.
Right.
They seeing your work that you put in. That's what get you sponsors, man. They ain't getting you no sponsor off looks. You know what I'm saying? They ain't getting you no sponsor because you got a talk game. Man, you got to put the work in.
Right.
Exactly. And that kills me too, because I mean, it's like, you can get it out the mud, right? And first of all, getting into this, you don't get into this just to struggle.
Yeah,
You don't do nothing just to struggle all your life. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Anything you get into, of course, you want to progress, you
And
want to do
then
better.
the other thing, man, like the other thing I got to say about that is, a motherfucker want to talk about me having a sponsor. Well, I got my first sponsor in 2022. What about the other 5 years I bet we'll race where I beat y'all motherfucking ass? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I still beat y'all ass, and that's why I got the fucking
Right.
sponsor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like man, I came out in 2017 and shit, I grinded and did what the hell I had to do, man. It was some tough times, it was some easy times. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just how it
Right.
go.
Right. And that's
One thing.
one thing I try to tell a lot of
And
people.
then,
A lot.
and then the other thing is, man, ain't no your sponsor is they can pull out when they get ready. You know
That's a
what I'm
fact.
saying? They can pull out when they get ready. You know what I'm saying? So you got to still be able to keep going, man.
That's a fact.
Right.
And in the sponsorship, man, I mean, really, it comes from you being consistent and showing up, man. The effort,
Oh
put
yeah,
the effort
oh
in,
yeah,
investing in
sure.
yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to invest in you unless you invest in yourself
Right.
first. So
Yeah,
I
man.
can't be mad at you for investing in yourself and showing up and taking them L's. You know what I mean? Just to get
Yeah.
wins, and then to eventually get a sponsorship. So that's just a problem that some of some of our people in the culture just can't seem to get away from, man.
Oh
Right.
yeah, for sure, man. But man, I hear a lot of people talk about big big rim racing and the negativity of it, man. But it ain't just big wheel racing. It's in anything,
Right.
man.
Absolutely.
Anything you get in, man, it's gonna be some people that's gonna hate on you. They don't want to see you come up. All of that, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, big rim racing, it got a few things going on with it, but like I just treat it like everything else, man. I just treat it like everything
From
else.
your standpoint, what would you like to see Big Rim Racing go? Like, what would you say would be the grand finale that you would love to see Big Rim Racing in the future?
Hey man, get out here and mingle with the other organizations, man. Like or force them to come to you. You know what I'm saying? Force them to come to you. Like basically, I mean, a little more organization would definitely help. You know what I'm saying? We could
Right.
if we could get a little more on the same accord. I think that'll be a big thing, man. But the other thing is, man, it's just gonna take time, man. People complain, they constantly complain about stuff going on, but That shit go on everywhere, man. It's just gonna take time for us to get everything ironed out, man. That's just life. That's just how it is, man.
That's just ever
You don't wake up one day and all your problems solved. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like, we gotta work towards what we going after. You know?
right.
Absolutely.
And we got how I see it. We got to do this as a team effort. Like I understand everybody from different camps, and you might not agree, but as a culture, like
Oh, for sure,
we got to move as a unit.
for sure. I mean, for
Like
sure, man. But I just want us to move forward and quit blaming everything that go on such and such. Oh man, y'all need to do this. Y'all need to do that, man. Just just make sure you doing what you supposed to do. If everybody make sure they do what they supposed to do, they ain't got to get on nobody else's
right,
ass.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
right,
If everybody do what they supposed to do, they ain't got to get on nobody's ass about what they doing.
right,
Less complaining and more action.
Yeah, man.
One thing I can say about you, man, no matter where you go, I've been to numerous tracks, man, and ran into you and talked to you. No matter where you go, you always down the race, no
oh,
matter what. Um, your camp is always open, man. We've held so many conversations at different locations,
Oh yeah.
and I ain't never asked you a question that you didn't answer.
Oh yeah.
You never not took the time to answer any questions that anybody asked.
You
Um,
know,
and I mean,
it's like, man, it's I've, I've been in this so long, man, and I can think of struggles I've been through, man, and like why I want to see somebody else go through that same struggle, man, if I can help them,
right,
man.
right,
You know what I'm saying? And like just like right now, we on IG, and I could get on here and spit some knowledge or whatever, man, and people gonna receive it, but like it's the good people and the bad people gonna
yeah,
receive it.
right,
You know, and you got people out here that hate your guts, man. But they out here listening to you every day and learning all the stuff that you teaching them. You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, hate will never be gone, but I would love to see it gone, man.
yeah, fact,
most
You know,
definitely.
it's always gonna be haters. At the same time, man, it motivate me too. It motivate me too, man, because I got this thing about me, man. When somebody don't believe in me, is just showing them my capabilities. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? That's me. That's just how I roll.
right.
You know?
And I,
yeah,
and it ain't so much.
go ahead.
It ain't so much that I got to show them. It's just that I want to know for myself that I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I roll, man. You know?
got you,
And it ain't, I'm kind of like that on everything. Like whatever I'm into, I'm all the way into it. All
got
the
you.
way.
Right, right.
So when you started off with the 1,000 horsepower, man, did you ever imagine that you'd be where you at
Yeah.
now as far as
No,
how wise
man.
with the car?
Man, a car making over, man, you put it in perspective, man. That car making over 2,700 horsepower, man, at the flywheel. It's making 2,800 horsepower, man. Like, I ain't never, hell no, man. I ain't never thought no shit like that. I
Crazy,
couldn't even begin to think about nothing like
Damn,
that, man. But like, it's
crazy,
like when you start
crazy.
doing something and you reach a certain level of it, and then you look back and you be like, oh man, that shit wasn't that hard. So it just make you keep going. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna keep going.
right,
Right now we still on a small block platform. We still on the LS platform. What's gonna happen when I go big block?
Woo.
Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so, you gotta look at stuff like that. But like for me, it's just always trying to improve on what you got going
got,
on.
got
Right,
And and not like, a lot of people determine what they can do based on what somebody else doing. Well, that shit ain't got nothing to do
you.
with me.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And
That's
I hear people talk negative all the time, but man, if that was the case, man, we'll still be driving around Model Ts. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, man, everything is gonna continue to
Mhm.
evolve. Everything, man, everything. And then some things gonna fail, some things aren't. You know what I'm saying? But once you fail at something, you know not to do it that way no more.
right.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I went through all kinds of shit. I done tore up all kinds of motors. Man, I done did it all, man. And it ain't just started when I just started big wheel racing. Like I say, man, I've been racing since the '90s, man. I done tore up shit. I done tore up shit bad enough to have me out for the year.
Right.
And you just lay down till you can get up. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. But I always, man, me being the gearhead I am, you know, if drag racing too expensive for me with the car, oh man, I go out there on a dirt bike, motorcycle, whatever, man. I'ma always the things I love. I'ma always do it. I'ma always do it, man. You know, it's different levels of it, man. So there's always something out there you can do, man. If the if the big wheel racing too much for you, man, you might get dropped back to something else similar. You know what I'm saying? And that might work for you.
Right.
You know, so that's where it's always been with me, man. Luckily, man, I've been blessed the past few years, man, where my car pay for itself. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't got to constantly take my paycheck and put into the
Right.
car.
Right.
So when you get to that level, and you know, people be looking at me like, man, you so lucky. I'm like, yeah, man, I am lucky to a degree, but at the same time, man, shit, I'm 51 years old. Look how long it took me to get here.
Right. You say your first race was in Madden shit. I was just coming out the womb then.
Yeah,
That's
man. So
shit.
yeah, so that's how it is, man. Like people don't, they feel like I'm fighting with some type of advantage or whatever, but it was an advantage that I earned.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I earned this, and you keep living, you gonna earn yours.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? But don't take away, don't try to take away what I've already achieved. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
And it's definitely a lot of hard work behind it, man. I've seen you break at the track and pretty much rebuild the whole rear end at the
Oh
track
yeah,
in,
oh
in
yeah.
between events. You know what I mean?
No man, we had a race and it was one of the money on the line races in West Palm Beach, man. I went out there, broke the ring, threw the drive shaft out. I mean, destroyed some stuff, man. And and one of the steps on me getting booked was like I had to do my grudge race to get paid.
Right.
I'm like, man, ain't no way I'm making this no wasted trip,
Right.
man. Fucko found me a center section for Marine. Had a dude drive an hour and something to bring it. Man, we got that shit in there. Um, got the car back together, did the race, everything worked out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I do it when it don't depend on money. I just did the same thing in Middle Georgia this year. When I
Got it.
come up the return road, Ren sounded like he's gonna jump out the car. I had a spare one with me,
Mm-hmm.
do everything in there, man. Went back out there.
Speaking of Middle Georgia, are you going to a gangster party?
That's the plan. That's definitely the plan, man. If it's a good Lord's will, man, I bring Sling Blade out. That'll be his debut right there.
If y'all
Got
know what that is, y'all tap into it's February 24th, Middle Georgia.
Oh yeah, like just like Trap Star just said,
it.
rebuild the turbo at the track. And yeah, man, like that's why I got an enclosed trailer, man, so I can try to keep some of the stuff that might tear up on the car while you're at the
Yeah. Right.
track.
Right.
Just swap that shit out.
And that's smart. And
Yeah,
that's smart.
people, man, I posted that, man, and it's people hate so bad, man. They sitting there telling me, oh, it ain't, so you trying to tell me he had an extra turbo in his trailer?
Yeah.
Yes, I
Why
did.
not?
Yes, I had an extra turbo.
Right.
I always have one, but I had one that day. You know
So
what I'm saying? So, I keep a couple of different center sections for Marine. Like I got different gear ratios that I run. So worst case scenario, I might not have the exact ratio what I just took out the car, but I got something I can put in there and still
Right.
race.
there you go.
And like I try to keep. I got a spare MSD box in there. You know what I'm saying? One or two injectors. Racing, man, all about being prepared.
Exactly. So my thing over there is, so with that effort that you put in, how can you hate against a man that come prepared, that do anything you have to do to make the event happen? Sponsors want that. They want to see that. You know,
Yeah.
and so how can you hate on that? Yeah,
That's right, man. So, I mean, if hate in your heart, man, it's just gonna come out, man. Sometimes, man, people, I've heard people say, man, I ain't no hater, but it ain't. You not like, you not trying to hate. It's just in your heart. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It just comes out. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't, like you might not be trying to do it on purpose, but like you feel some type of way about somebody else's
Mm-hmm.
achievements.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They
So,
want you
and,
to
it ain't always all bad because like if you feel some type of way about something, that should make you step your game up. But if you feel some type of way and you're not gonna step your game up, man, you just in the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what we here for?
Right.
What we here for? You know what I'm saying? But the way I feel is like when I see somebody achieve something, you know, I'm like, well, shit, he did it.
Right.
I know goddamn well I can do it. That's how I feel, and that make me try to go out there and get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it's supposed to be.
Right. True.
right.
I totally agree.
I definitely
So, man, look, with all the traveling that you've done from track to track, what would you say would have to be like your favorite track, man, to run?
I mean, in terms of prep, man, a lot of people ain't gonna agree with me in the big wheel world, but fucking Middle Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
Middle Georgia, man, Middle Georgia, a badass track, man, and you know, it might not have the facility of some of the bigger tracks, but it's got the surface. You know what I'm saying? Like
Gotcha.
you go there, you know 95% of the time, man, you gonna get down the track, man. If you don't get down the track, it's cause of something you fucked up. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
90% of the time, you gonna get down the track at Middle Georgia, man. So for me, that's my favorite track. And the other reason why it's my favorite track, man, because a lot of the nicer tracks, you have to put up with bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Or you
Right.
get treated a certain kind of way, man. Like, no, man, treat me like the rest of the racers. You know what I'm saying? When I come there, man, put that same prep down. Put that same prep down that y'all put out there for the radio calls. Give us that same shit, man. And I know Middle Georgia do that.
Gotcha.
And so that's why I like Middle Georgia.
Gotcha.
And
Well, look.
bro, a lot of people will say that Orlando had the best prep or whatever like that, but I don't know. When I went to Orlando, like,
Orlando, I can't really say, man, because I haven't ran on Orlando enough to say that it's better than Middle Georgia. It's good.
yeah,
It's definitely a good track, man. But at the same time, you know, I don't know, man. I just like the down home tracks, man. Like you know, I ain't never had no type of issues at Orlando. It's a good track. I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. But Middle Georgia, my favorite right now.
Chill, you already know it's your boy CC, man, and I with Whip Caviar, man. And you want all the best tastes of the whips, Chevy's, Ford, all different type of variety of tastes. You gotta come to the Caviar, man. Y'all already know who whipping up the best, man. My boy Whip Caviar got the best videos. He do it right. He keep it all neutral. He be everywhere like he supposed to be. Y'all never be there, so y'all gotta use him to get there. And my boy Whip Caviar, man, so all we do is put the caviar on the plate for you guys who ain't great. Because my dog is doing his thing, and he don't stay in his place because he makes sure he have the biggest plate of caviar. Shout out to my boy Whip Caviar, man. Remember, the taste bud gotta be good. It's like caviar, and my boy got it for y'all.